Yeah, so yeah, I've started using a 714. You have been around, tried a lot of strategies, followed a lot of these guys, South African, we know them. Yeah, and then even the ones that we actually think about, I've been in many mentorships. I've paid a lot of money to this guy, to that guy, to this guy, and then when you're really into inside, you can see, but what I was sold is not really what I'm getting up. You understand? Yeah. So the only thing that we usually get in these mentorships is what can I say? Excuses. They have good reasoning capacities, putting it in the right way. But okay, today we lost this. I once bought a mentorship and then I lost from the first month I bought it until I decided I just moved out of that thing. The whole month
You
lost
say
after loss, and
you
this
say
guy
fine
had
not trading.
so many good stories to like excuses to say, but okay, today we lost because of this, and then I'm like,
Yeah,
okay,
it
the
was
following week
manipulation.
we are still yes, the following week we are still no, it was a stop loss hunt, what, that's why we lost this, and I'm like,
I've been using the 714 method now for at least 7 months. Well, I have taken some losses pretty well, but exactly like the lady said, that's due to greediness.
Yeah, yeah.
But I have made some profit as well, but
Good money.
I'm not in any membership or anything like that. But like I can say, 714 method, it's getting there. It's opened my eyes to trading.
So, right, what I was talking about is more of the awareness parts of things that I don't want you to get hooked up into. So right now I'm gonna dive into the psychology of trading. Don't worry, these are my seminars. I don't do all of this protocol and presentations and whatnot. And the reason why I was supposed to wear formal. The reason why I didn't wear formal, the being a oh, nje I'm traumatized. So I was like, okay, laser condil, okay, looks like condil, all right, swipe, yabo. So then I had to like change. Yeah, I got better having them fast. Anyone who's available for a temporary wife? Just 2 days, come on. So yeah, we didn't have those things there, so it quite took time. So coming into emotions, right? Emotions are reactions of you showing inconsistency. If you don't have information of anything, you become fearful. It's just like your first time driving a car. When you get to sit in the driver's seat and you start the car and then it starts vibrating, you eventually from there your heartbeat beats faster, right? Why? Because now you're like in a foreign space, somewhere that you're not familiar with, and you don't know what will happen if you press here. You don't know what will happen if you press there. So you're afraid to press control, right? You're afraid to lose control. I mean, so after a series, nothing changes, right? Nothing changes, but you keep on coming back and coming back. So slowly but surely you get to understand the pedals. If I press this, this is what it do. If I press this one, this is what it do. If I do this, this is what it happen. So if I apply so much pressure, the car reacts in this way. If I put this amount of pressure here, this is what happens. So now as you keep on showing up, you get to understand the car. The reason why it may seem like it takes a bit of a distance, especially if you go to driving schools, is because you want to come today, they tell you to come maybe twice a week, that's your schedule. So you come twice a week, next week you come, so that end up being maybe like 2 months. So every 2 months is like 2, 4, 6, maybe say 8, okay, let's say 6, so 12 lessons, right? How much are you driving? Like an hour a day. So basically that's about 12 hours. So to learn how to drive, it can take you a day. If you are giving the car the whole day, you can close the day knowing how to drive. But if you're gonna come today, then next week, then another week, then so it's dragging. Then it seems like learning how to drive. It took me two months. But if you take all of these hours and you count them and you fit them in the day, you'll find what you've learned to drive less than 12 hours. Yeah, bo. So same goes with trading. Same goes with the 714. If you're going to ask me the question, how long will it take me? I don't know. It's all about how much you pop up, how much you show up, How consistent are you? How much you practicing? That's the only thing that will determine when you're getting to success, now or later, right? So you need to pop up, you need to do it, because once you allow space in between, it's going to cause that, right? So the fear comes in the misinformation, like there's a void, a gap of information that you don't have. So whenever it's time for you to execute, you will have fear in that place, because you don't know if you press buy or sell, what will happen in the market. Will it go to the direction you opt for, or will it go otherwise? So that's why you become fearful as a result. Okay, to all the women, tears don't control the market, honey. You may cry all you want, it doesn't control the market. I know of some of you, like once you see ready, cry because you want to, but emotions don't control the market. The market is not a man. I think that's the only good part in this. Because for a man, siyazi ukuthi once wakhuluma, hey yabona into enzani ithande kanjani njani, uyaqala uyakhala. Now usuyathi no, sorry mama, bengaqondile ukuthethisa. Not the market, baba. You like, yeah, she like you see. But it so it's just gonna keep on going and going. And also, don't twist my conversation. I'm not saying you will win forever, right? We have losses here and there. So what I mostly advise, when you win, take profit, not screenshots. When you see profits, close that profit, withdraw that money, keep it in your bank. Yabo. The one thing that is hindering people, they want to see 1 million rands running trade. That's the problem. They want to see the million running and say, yeah, hey, yeah, better and go. No. Make those consistent withdrawals and keep on taking them back. So that alone will help you to familiarize with withdrawals. There are people who've been trading, never withdrawn it for a day. Like never, never, never. Especially if you can take my phone now, get out Telegram, take your time. You will see how many people are like, hey, it's my first time withdrawing. Thank you so much. Abanye bafuna bekhala. Leyo zinto atendala ikhala. Uthe yawona ngithela amabhadi phela. But like it's not good, you know. But some people they call me crying. And the first time I told Lwazi, the guys I work with, because there's 3 guys in my office. It's Tabani, the one I'm with here. Then there's Mkwe, and then there is Lwaz. So the time I told Lwaz, because most of calls goes to him, I was like, hey, bro, you let phone you're holding. You will have someone calling and crying for no reason. They can't even talk. And then he laughed. I was like, a joke, bro. I was like, okay, so what? So the first time it happened, the guy cried for an hour. He couldn't even talk because he made so much money that he didn't even believe. And then another time it happened, I forgot where we were going. I think we were going in Durban, because Durban is like 40 minutes from where I am. So we are going in Durban. Another guy is phoning, so we're playing music. Hey, say some music, yabo. So busy, so I've never seen so much money. I was in debt, this, I've paid off this. So we ended up putting the volume low and putting him on loudspeaker. So now the funny part is we all want to laugh. But we have to wait for him to finish. So we have to wait for him to finish. Yabo expressed. And then after that, yabo, like, yeah, hey, okay, you're asking now, you're trying to cut them off. Cause so we ended up putting him on mute, and then we laughed because now we couldn't hear it any longer. But it's a great thing. That is transformational. You know, people seeing themselves being out of their situation. Because if I was somebody else, I would have came here and said, no, guys, there's an investment. You pay 1,000, you're getting 300 every day. So give me that money, I'll trade for you. I don't trade for anyone. You trade your own capital. And there is no better feeling than the feeling of making money for yourself, because you know you are accountable to yourself and you'll get yourself out of your problems. So you don't have to rely and account on Umasha. Which I'm waiting for that guy. Even at work, hey, Umasha, send a message. You can't win. So I don't take people's money. All I'm showing you is how to get it. If you are lazy, then you will remain broke. But if you want it, you'll go there and make money, right? And please, if you're going to use the 714 method, at least give it like the next 3 months. Delete all your groups that you are in, because you guys, you follow everyone. You follow everyone. Yeah, but that's not gonna help you. Hence, I always say, I mean, I don't tell people for 714 method it's working and say, look at his house, look at his cars, he bought this again, he has this, he has a house with a pool. And no, that is not going to feed your children. That is not going to refuel your car. If you're gonna use 714 method, say I made money. That's the conversation that I want. Stop using me and defend. Don't even defend me. Okay, defend me. But I want the story to shift. Not what Mashaya is making money. Mashaya, no. Say, hey, price, uthethe kaka nge 714 method. Iyandondla mina. You see, that's the conversation that I want. I'm doing this because of 714 method. I have this because of 714 method. Yeah, well, hence you'll see people who are using trend lines and reselling mentorship. Whenever you say like Lenta is Sebens, what do they say? Yes, Spanban is making money, Spanban is rich, Spanban, but lost Spanban doesn't even care about you. Yeah, but so how long are you gonna do that? And the funny part is, I wonder about that. You told him to tell a defender nam. You say aloma, ulwela ungena mali. Yeah, defender, no broke. That's all. There's this quote I go by to Sabanu mali. What are you afraid of? You have no money. Because in this in today's world, if you don't have money, you are good as dead. Let's put it that way. You are good as dead in terms of self-image. You are good as dead in terms of reputation. You are good as dead in terms of respect. Nobody respects you. Nobody cares about you. You're just a person. Yeah, but so what are you afraid of? What have you to lose? What have you to lose? You have nothing to lose. So now it's very much important that you are focusing on yourself and you are going to do what you have to do. You don't have to say, so and so, what are people going to say about you? Who's paying your bills now? Not the same people. If they really care about you, hey, Kamla, you are late. So you don't have to where was I? Okay, you are broke. I was not there. Right? So, what are you afraid of? You have no money. You have nothing to lose anyway. Yeah, the little amount of money you have, manage it well, keep on trading. And even for those of you who have money, I know there are people who have money here, I can see. Yeah, but some people, they inherited some here, so. So even if you have money, guys, don't go fully in, because I don't want you to lose more money in a short space of time, having to pay more for your minor problems, right? Or losses or misunderstandings, because sometimes you may think it's gonna buy and sell. That's a misunderstanding, right? So don't go fully in even if you have money, because you're gonna end up losing a lot of money. Like this 714 method, they are fun and everything. The most important part is understanding exactly what will happen in the charts, what will happen in the markets, right? And then the money will come when you understand the charts. That's the playground. So it's not about team. I have this money. That's why most people will hear them say, hey, bro, I don't have capital. I need more money so I can be able to trade. That's a lie. That's a lie, because I have people who take 90 rands to 600, or take 100 rand to 1,000. Why? Because I am advising on that. Take the little less money, make it big. That's what is important. Yeah, but not what you need more money. You'll end up being in debt. Yeah, but you're 1,000. You're taking that money, you're putting it there, you're losing. Yeah, but the only time maybe we go wild is on fundamentals, CPI and PPI, NFP. So that's where we go wild. We don't care. Yeah, but it's fully in. Usually I do those lives. Yeah, but I trade full margin like when you are live. Sometimes I don't go full margin. It's just like 50% off. Yeah, but So I'm doing that to show you to gain experience, because even if you are there for the first time, you should don't rush, just observe for the experience, because you need to see this happen constantly so you can actually learn to trust it. Yeah, but so on fundamentals, that's where we loosen up, because we know if we get it right, it can make a reasonable amount of money. If we're wrong, we drink Black Label, no problem. Yeah, so it's things like that. But all I'm promoting is transparency and the confidence in trading, not to beat yourself up. Because some people, in terms of trading, they end up being in problems. Yeah, but people, they deal with problems differently. Some people, they end up using substances. Yeah, but you get yourself into heavy stuff because you can't deal with the failure. You need to be acceptable. Yeah, but you will lose here and there. But you need to accept. Just say, okay, I made the wrong decision. I accept it. Don't beat yourself. Losing a trade does not mean you are a bad trader. Losing a trade does not mean you need to judge yourself negatively and say, this thing is for Mashaya and his clan or his family, his bloodline. No one in my family was ever a trader. I'm the first one. Yeah, but I'm the first one. And I am doing this. It's not spiritual. It's practical. There. We're going to mark, we're going to draw, we're going to do all of that. It's practical. It's not a Mashaya thing. So it's only based on you being available to practice what I'm going to show you through. Okay? So that is very much important. As a Forex trader, most people you'll find yourself alone. Most of you are lonely. Banjulo says lepe move. Very lonely. Yeah. So in the life of being a Forex trader, it's a lonely life. It's a lonely journey, right? So most of the time, even when we win, we find the hardship of expression. Yeah, but you want to tell someone, you would say, hey, I just made this much. And man. Yeah, and the problem is once you say you've made so much money, people, they want to borrow it. Yeah, but the minute you go, hey, I just made 5,000, like, hey, bro, can you lend me too? How? Yeah, but so you end up closing yourself in. You don't share, you don't express, so you always keep to yourself. So that's another problem that we have. Yeah, but so that's why we have like a community group. We have the chat box whereby you can come and say, hey guys, I made people who think like you, people who act like you. Yeah, but so it's easy to call and say, I just have a good week. Yeah, but and most of my groups are open. Yeah, but unless for those who like accept new people, because I close them. Because some people, they just come there to share links. Hey, please join. Yeah, but it's a fake group, fake. Omonye uze washara. Hey, imagine. Omonye ufe wangena we group here, and they shared a fake group with my name and picture in the group. Like, yo. Yeah. So there's a lot going on. So when it comes to emotions, right, emotions being triggered, do understand that your emotions will be triggered based on lack of information. If there is no information, that is going to happen. Also, impatience. Most people are like, I have a patience problem. Just wait. The only way to cure impatience is to be patient. There's no other way to say, no, I'm impatient, so what do I? Be patient. That's the only way. So it's very much important that you rely on that. The only way that you become patient is to have information. That's why all my trading it's based on time. That's why even today, when people right now, those fake mentors, when they talk about Forex, they're like, no, time is important, that's what you need to do, because they're getting that from me. I'm the one who like spread it. No, there's actually a precise trading. It's not guessing games. This exact time, this is what you look for. And some people are even taking the very same 714 method. They're putting trend lines. Those who were live with me yesterday, they saw. I even showed you some of the fake channels. Chonga, chonga, chonga. So they take the same thing and they now trying to recover it and say, hey, yeah, this is what is happening. Yeah, and the funny thing is, even the people who are in my office, they don't teach 714. They don't. They don't make videos of them teaching. But they know everything. They know more than the actual people do, because I always teach them stuff. Like, see this, it's not in the book, but this is what I'm going to teach you. I've given them many lessons. And the more that I teach them, the dumber they feel. Like, how? But, you know, because for me, I have so much information, I had to decide what I'm putting in the book. I was like, no, I'm just not going to put anything. Because eventually I knew someone out there will be so grateful to share the book with everything. Yeah, bro? And they've put it on some websites, but yeah, right now it's been taken down. So they've done that, scan the book, put it on some website. So I've done a very good job in taking them down. The reason why I'm taking my book down on this social page, it's not because of me being selfish, like I'm not gatekeeping. But the problem is the book alone is spreading widely without the necessary lessons. So you take the book from where you get it, you read it, and then it doesn't make sense. What do you conclude? Ah, it's the same nonsense Forex. You see? Whereas for me, I knew my plan was to actually have this and explain it in the process so that I clean the industry and show that Forex trading is not as bad as people make it. It's actually a good sportsmanship, it's actually a good industry, and we can all benefit. No one has to lose, no one has to step on each other's toes in order for them to win. I don't have to lose in order for you to win. And also, you don't have to lose for me to win. We can all win. You see, so that's what I'm about. But now, while my book is spreading faster than actually I'm teaching, so that brings a lot of confusion and misunderstanding. Phone. Cash. So now it's actually spreading faster. It's actually spreading faster than the actual lessons. So which makes the person who gets it by the wrong hand have conclusions of it already. Yeah. So as I said, people are capitalizing on the 714. Even now, during the video, I'm telling you 714 uzobona. Yeah. Well, because they really want to listen. What is this? Yeah. So I'm doing my best to make sure when you get it at the right pace, you get it at the right reception. Yeah, you get it with value. Not 714 G. So that's what I'm trying. But as I've said, most people they try to be opportunist there, and they recently just become mentors. And you want to call and because you're trying to help it. I don't want you to help the 714. If the 714 method is working for you, you need to know genuinely if it's working for you. If it doesn't work for you, you need to know it's not working for you. Stop helping it. Stop helping it. Why are you putting indicators? Why are you putting all of those? No, use this thing independently. See if it's working or not. Because the most important thing here is the truth. You need to know the truth. You need to see the truth. That's the only way. Yeah, because you really need to know what is working and what is not. You see? So, yeah, that is what I'd like you guys to do. So anyone here who's already using the 714 method and has made a million, okay, not made a million because no one is. So anyone here who's using the 714 method, yeah, I see you. Oh, no, move. Oh, it's up low. Okay, pants. Okay, 1, 2. No, just raise your hand because I really want to see. But I can't be all new. Please raise your hands. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, ma'am, you're 5. Okay, we have about 6 people who are already using the 714 method. Horeb. So they'll stand up. So just in short, I would like you to stand up, say your name. You'll say your name, tell us when you started seeing a 714 method, when you started trading. Just those few things. Even if you don't tell us how much you made. Pi is like none. Button. Mntu besukuma asho besethi yeah, I'm using a 714 method, but price sihle xa inyuka. Wonke umuntu lo ngesho leyo. Manje understand ukuthi iyehle inyuka kunjani. Right. So yeah, and so qala kubaba la siye kuma and then we move this side. So just stand up, say your name. You tell us when you started using a 714 method or where you've seen it. If you'd like to tell us how much you've made, I think that can also be very good. Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, Nzolindi, Mike. Those who don't want to appear with camera, we will say so. Because abanye benilaba abanomashonisi. Oh, angibhadalile udwa ama-class.
Afternoon, everyone. My name is Dumisani. I'm from Dispatch. I've been trading for a couple of years. A couple. I started seeing 714. I think it was around November, December last year. The reason why I started using it, I saw that it was easy, and I kept on practicing and analyzing and back testing it, and then I saw it, and then I've made a few runs. But yeah, it's working. It's working.
Yeah, you're not in mentorship yet, right?
Not yet. Not yet.
Okay, that's good. Ladies, take notes. Few rands.
Good afternoon. My name is Nomfundo. I'm from here in PE. I started trading on and off, or I was introduced to trading, I think, in 2016 by my son, but unfortunately didn't come here. But on and off, as I'm saying, non-profitable. And I saw E714, I think 2 or 3 months back on TikTok. Then I started following Mashaya, and then I paid more attention. Then I went on YouTube. I saw it step by step there. So I do. The problem with me is time, because during that lunchtime, 714 time, I'm mostly busy at work. So when I'm trading at that time, I'm under pressure because you're like, I don't wish anybody to come here because I'm focusing on this. But what I can say, whether I've made a little bit of money, more money, or have losses there and there because of greed sometimes, let me tell the truth. But what I can say, 714 method works. Thank you.
Lastly, are you in mentorship yet?
I wish to win one.
Yes. Yes.
So now we have 2 people who've never had one-on-one session with me, who've never encountered anything with me. All they've known is the indirect information that I have available. Because I'm trying to make that clear to you. This is their first time seeing me in person, and they've never had a lesson with me. Yeah. Well, so, yeah. Yes.
Hello, everybody. My name is Azruddin McCabe. I'm here from Port Elizabeth. I've been using the 714 method now for at least 7 months. Well, I have taken some losses, pretty well, but exactly like the lady said, that's due to greediness. But I have made some profit as well, but I'm not in any membership or anything like that. But like I can say, 714 method, it's getting there. It's opened my eyes to trading, because I've been trading like for 3 years now. And to be honest, for 2 years, I've blown a lot of money, a lot. So the 714, it opened my eyes good. So yeah, 714 Messiah, let's go.
That's good.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Mangaliso. Well, I've started trading about 3 years ago now, and then I've met, not necessarily met. I started following Mashaya on. I'm not sure whether it's on TikTok or YouTube, but it was the period when he was building his bridge. Yeah, that was when. So I got inspired actually, because he was a kind of guy that did everything out there. He put it out there that I'm doing this, I've lost this much, I've made this much, but not really everything, yeah. And I actually liked how he deals with people that are trying to be, we all know how he is. Yeah, so yeah, I've started using a 714. You have been around, tried a lot of strategies, followed a lot of these guys, South African, we know them. Yeah, and then even the ones that we actually think about, I've been in many mentorships. I've paid a lot of money to this guy, to that guy, to this guy, and then when you're really into inside, you can say, but what I was sold is not really what I'm getting up. You understand? Yeah. So the only thing that we usually get in these mentorships is what can I say? Excuses. They have good reasoning capacities, putting it in the right way. But okay, today we lost this. I once bought a mentorship and then I lost from the first month I bought it until I decided I just moved out of that thing. The whole month lost after loss, and
You
this
saved
guy
by
had
not
so
trading.
many good stories to like excuses to say, but okay, today we lost because of this, and then I'm like,
Yeah,
okay,
it
the
was
following week
manipulation.
we are still yes, the following week we are still no, it was a stop loss hunt. What? That's why we lost this, and I'm like, and then I saw this 714 method, and then I was like, this thing I'm doing it on my own. Yeah, well, it seemed very easy, and then I was like, no man, I can do this. Most it's this time, and then you do this, and then you check for these things. And I'm not even in the mentorships or anything, but I can tell. Ever since I deleted everything on Telegram. And then I'm only left with one group now, which is this one, Office 714 and all that. And I'm not even that much in the charts anymore. I'm a person who works. So usually when I take lunch, that's when I get to check. And then when I get home, I check, okay, today the market was behaving this way. Tomorrow I know at least a little bit what am I expecting, maybe to. And then I go on lunchtime, I go and check them. I mark, and then I see from there. And I haven't even yet been in the mentorship, yes, but I can say I can at least challenge my salary, when I check on what I withdraw every month. Yeah, so it's a good thing.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Sia. I'm from here in Kabeja. What I can say is I introduced myself in trading like a while ago. I think it was around 2016 via YouTube. Then as I was doing on and off, up until I met Mashaya through I think it was also TikTok. What I can say is I got it's very funny because I got an advice from another trader that you don't have to follow everyone. You don't have to follow every trader, and I deleted himself, and I left with I left with 714 method. Another thing with the 714 method, I can say that it make easy for us as a 9 to 5 people because I have two alarms. I have 1 o'clock alarm and a 2 p.m. alarm. Then if it's not doing what it's supposed to do, I leave it or I jump in. And also I can say that I did make some cash, not much. Greedy does come in. At the same time, you do wanna do your own things. You try to mix it up. You try to draw trend lines. You're trying to be clever and jump in before the entry level and stuff like that. And unfortunately, most of the time doesn't go well. But yeah, I'm getting there. Another fun fact is that when Mashaya started to create, I think, a WhatsApp group, and he asked us to link our accounts as him as an IB or affiliated to him and stuff like that. And then I had to delete another account. Since from 2016, I've never had an withdrawal. I had to delete other accounts and only leave that account that is affiliated with Mashaya. Then after that, I started to see some withdrawals. All right, thank you guys.
Ungibonile, ngizi. Nanokufika nje bengiduka ngihambe ngibuza ukuthi hayibo ungenwa ngaphi la. Phela angithi I got here last night. I got here last night. So I didn't even have much time to browse, check the place, go around.
Good
So,
morning, everyone.
I don't know anyone here. I wish I could. Hayibo. Sangathatha imali eJamesini ngikhokhela abantu. Hayibo. Yes, but
Good morning, everyone. I've been using E714 for the past 2.5 months.
speak up.
I've been using the 714 method for the past 2.5 months, I believe. And I won't lie, it's very effective. And upon using it, I took 700 rands to around 5.6 in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, and
That's good.
upon doing that, then of course greed came in. Came in. I looked at history. I saw 700 to 5.6 in 2 weeks. Okay, if I can use the whole amount in the next month or so, I can make maybe 50, 60K. Hey. I think it was CPI or something, and I lost the entire amount. So I thought, let me go back to the drawing board. Let me learn this thing thoroughly, and then let me build. Have a target. If I make 600, 500, let me withdraw, and let me just continue to build. So I think that is what's going to work. Because greed is really getting us in terms of E714, but it's very effective. I must say there are some days where I'm lost. I'm like, hey, I don't know what to do. So rather, let me not trade. Sometimes, those continuations, sometimes, etc. And you're like, hey, I'm not sure what to do. And sometimes it will do. I actually wrote. It's a pity. I actually wrote down the things that I wanted to ask for today, but unfortunately, this morning was just upside down. I couldn't take my notebook. But there are days whereby price will move according to what it should, but somehow I get lost. So I think I just need more training and more time and more patience, and then I think I'll be good. Thank you.
Yeah, bruh. So you don't have to see me physically in order for everything to make sense, right? Just by you listening and following my advice, you are able to actually capture and see. That's the type of truth I'm talking about, Uguti. The truth shouldn't be supported. If it's true, if it's the real deal, you should be able to see it from the word go without you having to listen to what I say or maybe see me do something, then like, oh yeah, that's why. Yeah, well. So not to say Masha this, Masha that. So you need to see the truth in yourself. So thank you so much, guys, for those who've spoken. You've not only spoken for yourselves, but you've spoken for others who are here, those who are still to join Ubuti. It's something that is here. Yeah. Kona it's odd when everyone is complimenting because they're like, njengoba tesho te awapatelanga nje lapha bantu. Yabo. So it's not like that. Everything is straight up. Yeah. And some of you sooner or later, as you've heard most people here, they've known me for less than 6 months. Which means from now up until December, your story as well, it should be different. Yabo. So that's all relies on you. I cannot force you. I cannot push you to do anything of such. So it's all relies on yourself doing that. Okay. So okay. Before we actually siyaqala vele manje to work. So I've heard Mbuso Dumsani no potla move. They talk about something which is very, very important. This book, you could assume it's perfect, but it only had one problem, or there's only one thing that can hinder you. What is it? What is it? What is the problem? Okay, on the strategy, not the book. What is the problem? I'll speak up. No, the strategy itself. Beside that, it's greediness. That's the only thing that will ever give you a problem with the 7-1. It's greediness. And greediness doesn't just come, it comes with overconfidence. Because you use it once, you make profit, you use it twice, you make profit, your account is growing, and think, bye, sengumashango. Yabo vele thanda kubona browser nenye asiyele. You see, so greediness comes over with overconfidence. That's where it starts. Because you win, and think, now I got it. So you over leverage, you enter more. And as you do that, it just goes otherwise. And if you check, you don't blow in this much drop. It's just like, yabo, it's nje, kasamato, you out. Because now you've entered so many trades, and the market didn't move much, so your account couldn't breed. So it died. So if you put more trades in your account, you are actually shortening the life of your account because it's not going to survive long going down. It's just going to and then cut off. You see? So there's only one way for you to actually help yourself in that. So I'm just going to read a few here. So I'm just going to read a few pages here and then show you this. Okay. So these are actual seminars. So you watch this content because it's going to help you. Whenever you are bored, you go here, you watch these seminars. It's made for you. It's made. That's why I'm showing you all of these seminars. You watch, you stay up in the game, stay motivated. I'm a dog. I'm a dog. Yeah. Yeah, no. I put to PM Buffett, PM, you'll never go wrong. You'll never go wrong. And there was this world championship that recently happened, and they had the M4 against other cars, and PM came number 1. So that's a car. It's very strong. I know people are like, it's hard to maintain. It's difficult. You know why BMW they die quicker, especially if you have one. You're driving it slow. That's a supercar. That car needs to be hit up if you're driving it. If you drive it quick, it's gonna die because it's not built for that. Rev that thing. Yeah, bro. I'm telling you, my car never had a problem. I drive it like crazy. 200, 240 with there. 260. Yeah. And what you can't take it. Press it. Okay, so I spoke of lack of knowledge, which is quite the impact of fear. So I just want to brush lastly on what I spoke of here and saying, speaking of confidence, too much winning leads to overconfidence, which leads to greediness. Yes, excessively big words, all right. Maybe your problem is not the technical part of trading. You fully understand and you have gained confidence required you, but adding so much spice on your entries with results over leveraging your account, sudden losses in an account regardless of the confidence you have on your setup. So you see the setup is good, you see everything aligns perfectly, but there is only one problem. You go in deeper. Yeah, bo. You add more. So as a result, your account doesn't survive. Your setup is good. As a result, later on, yeah, to account. But when I was sick, so over leveraging and being greed, it is also being influenced. That's why you need to close your mind from outside things to actually influence you. if you check naturally, you are not a greedy person. But you have seen this happen so much online when you're browsing, you are watching that one video, yeah, well, you're passing, you're seeing another one, and instantly in short space of time, the account is running on $10,000. But so you're thinking, Guti, that should also come to pass on your side. So that's why you end up being greedy. Yeah, well, so it's an outside impact that is coming toward you. But if you trade normal, consistently, you will make a lot of money. For example, you always grow your account with 0.01, but you always blow it with 0.10 upwards. Yeah, bro. So, which tells you what? Use what works. Greediness is the only problem. Use the 714 method, use moderate risk, you won't have a problem. But if you want to buy a Ferrari today, buy. So you're gonna have a problem over that. So greediness is the only thing I'm telling you right now. Because if you use the 714, the market, there is something called ADR, which is an average daily range. The market has a specific amount of pips that it has to move, be it going up or going down. But it has a specific amount of pips that it has to move. So if you don't understand that, you will always enter the markets and expecting expansions. That's why I hate trend lines. Because in your mind, you're like, once it breaks here, it flies. Once it breaks here, it dumps. How much? You don't know. How long? You don't know. You see? But if you're going to look at the markets on ADR in terms of pips, there's a difference there if you have a target. Gold, regardless of how short the range is, it will always give you 50 pips. You just enter here, it moves 2 candlesticks, 50 pips, you out. You enter, it drops you out. You don't have to see that expansion having a trade that keeps on going and going and going higher. Yeah, but which is a red thing. And you see some people come and say, yeah, I've been holding this trade for 3 months. But here, I call up. So what is the 7? I'm reading from here. What is the 714 method? The 714 method is a study of specific price action that happens every day as the nature of the market. The study is based on time and price. It has proven with evidence that the market is specific and perfectly balanced. It is not a series of random price action. Price action is not a strategy. Price action, that is the history and movement of what the market does. You understand? So basically it tells you how the market is reacting and how the market is revolving. That is price action. Most people, they call trading patterns price action. Understand? Your bullish flag, your bearish, your descending triangle, all of those things, they call them price action. Those are actual trading or chart patterns. Okay? So the 714 method, it is simply a study of specific things that happen in specific times. Mind you, I have mastered or noted a lot of specific things in the charts than I have written in this book. So that's why I say 714 method is not a book, but it's mentorship. It is not a book, but it's mentorship. So for now, if you're gonna think Amasha is charging me 10,000 for a mere book, it's not a mere book. If you just get it anywhere, yeah, it's a mere book. But if you're gonna have the lessons and all, that's a lot. And that 10,000 is nothing. You'll make that within, like, I don't know, even in one trade. I can make you make it tomorrow. Say, hey, Sangena, you make your money back. Yeah, well. And I've had people do that. Saba. It's mean, okay, since you're Saba, do it and then tomorrow we'll trade live. After that, you say, Akal. Yeah, well. So in this book, I show you the breakdown setup, how I analyze. It's very practical. But there are videos. Each and every page here has a video where I explain what to do. It's a small book. It's not much. The reason why it's also this size, it's so that you can carry it. Even if you go into the restaurant, you know, the ladies. And then it shouldn't draw attention. It's something you're just minding your own business. We are checking what's okay, so it's good. And one guy called it a pamphlet, and then I make his career a history. So, yeah. So, I'm not saying I'm not a bad guy, né? But if you are going to say something with the 714 method, even if it's negative, right? If you're going to do a review, just do an honest review, right? Tell the people if it's working or not, and don't just say, he's selling a book, blah blah blah. Yeah, it didn't this, and you've never really done the work. Because how come it's only you who's saying it doesn't work, and then people are telling you, say, bruh, but I could do it. Yeah, well, so over here it's a 20-page book, 24 pages. 24 pages, specific things that I'd like you to focus on. But there is more in mentorship, because over here you can read, it's just lines and words. It may not make sense. But when I show like strong up, so it actually helps you. Okay. That's how my mentorship sessions are. Mostly I do them at night. Because at night it's more quiet and like less mobility. Because I mean umuntu angiyalalela ujaha uyolanda izingane ujaha ukuya kuphi kuphi yabo. Phela la khona abatshontshe ngama stepfathers la. Ohamba ngama break bobona izingane. Manje wenza isession emini lo muntu ucabanga umntana. Uthi hayi ngiyabona umntana esikoleni manje. Thank you for watching this far. Make sure that you leave a comment in the comment section, you like the video and you share with your friends. But mostly, I would like you to join my community of the 714 method as we do our live trading everyday interaction whereby we get to ask and answer your questions, right? So remember, we're also trading with XM, our trusted broker. Open an account under XM, use the code COPY714, which is whereby you will send an account number on our WhatsApp to prove that you have registered your account. And remember, XM will give you a 100% bonus when you make a deposit. So if it's your first time with XM, they will give you $30 worth of credit for you to trade and make money. The good thing is you are not alone. In the community, that's where we're gonna get more interaction and business market updates, whereby we are all observing how the market is moving on a day-to-day basis. See you on the other side.